Good evening, cyber friends. Admitted man, coming back at you again from Walker's Music with yet another word for today. This is the Saturday night edition, and we give God all the glory and honor. We thank Him for life, health, and strength for as well as it is, and we also thank God for each and every one of you, cyber friends. You know who you are. My title tonight is simple, very, very simple in nature. Jesus told us to overcome evil with good, and I'm going to be the first one to say, people, that a lot of time our flesh don't want to do that. Our flesh wants to strike back, especially when people have done us so bad to our, in our opinion, the way we feel. We're human. God knows that, believe it. And we can't do it in our strength, but He's asking us to let Him live His life through us. That's what He's asking us to do. Now, a lot of time I know I'm just going to use my own self for an example. A lot of time I sit and wonder. I said, I know I be wondering why circumstances, sometimes situations seem like to be against me sometimes. And I said, well, now I be trying to figure out what did I do. A lot of time you sit down and you be trying to figure out, is it something that I've done? And then you just think and you think and you think, and you still cannot come up with too much. Like I said, we all got faults. Every one of us got faults. And we are not perfect beings. Thank God for Jesus, because we are not perfect beings. But I decided that, regardless to how or what you might think you're doing, it's never going to be enough for some people. Some people you're never going to live up to the standard that some people going to hold for you to measure up to. In other words, that's why I'm going to be honest with people. Mitty man, he doesn't even try. I'm not really concerned about what people think about me. As long as I'm more concerned about what God knows about me. And so what you think has no bearings on me. It doesn't faze me whatsoever. As the Apostle Paul said, that as much as it lies within you, try to live that peaceably with all men. That's all you can do. You can only do your part. When you try to do your best to get along with people and do what is right, go all the way. Do all that you can do. After that, there's nothing else left. You can only do your best. That's it. And once that's happened, we cut the deck at that. Matter of fact, the reason why I said that, I had a partner of mine ask me about Facebook not too many weeks ago. We were talking about it, and about how people do and deal on Facebook. They do a lot of posting and a lot of this sayings and stuff. And this is what I told them. I said, well, I can't control nobody else's PC. I cannot control anybody, what everybody else does. That's their business, because what I do, it's some things that I'll use my PC for. A lot of people may not agree with that either. So I don't have anything to do with that. But I have noticed certain things and everything, but I cannot judge anybody. But I will say this. There's some things that I've noticed that on being on YouTube, and I've heard a couple other people say the same thing about the mutual respect. In other words, people, if the way I am, if I look at a thing like if I'm already online, if I'm already on Facebook and I'm posting a business video or something, or something I'm trying to just get over to share with whomever or whatnot, and I'm not looking at the contact list or whatever y'all want to call it. I'm not looking at that per se to see who's online most of the time, but I know, now I'm talking about Mitty man now, I know that when I come online, most of the time, if I come online, I will have that, to see the little green icon to see whoever's online, and most of the time I try to, you got a lot of contact, you just can't sit there and hold a chat session with every one of your contacts. It's not possible. You'll mess that up. But what I'm talking about is mutual respect. If I got close contact that I know that often say hello. A lot of times you ain't got to just have anything to say. You know, just say, hey, I just saw you online just speaking, and go on about your business and do what you got to do. I can agree with that. And that's what I try to do. But I've noticed that a lot of times that you already online. If I'm already online and you come online, if I'm one of your contacts and you see me online just like I see you online, if you don't have anything to say and you don't say hello to me, or what, I don't get offended by that. But I'm just saying, well, don't you expect me to do that all the time? And I shouldn't expect you to do that all the time. That's just mutual respect. And I know I was talking to the partner of mine and we was both, that was a hot subject. But I'm just saying, as far as etiquette is concerned, etiquette. In other words, if I come online, it's just like if I will come to your household, and I will come there, just say if I come with someone and I'm a stranger, I'm a newbie. In other words, it's nice for me to introduce myself to you. You introduce yourself to me, feeling the mutual and everything. In other words, if you come online and I'm already there, I'm one of your close contacts. It just as much as it just as right for you to text me and say hello. It's for me, you to sit there and wait on me to tell you the hello. That's not etiquette. That's not right. That's lopsided. In other words, if I come on and you there, it's up to me to say something. And then vice versa. If you come on and I'm there, it's up to you to say something. And if you do not say anything, that just means that you don't have anything to say at that particular point in time or whatever. And that's the case may be. We're not going to fall out about that. Now, that's just the way I am. I don't fall out with people that do that because, like I say, the universe don't revolve around me. And I understand that. But neither does the universe revolve around you either. So if you, just as Jesus said, just as you want people to do unto you, you must do likewise. And this is what I told my partner. And we went on about that. And like I said, people, we just overcome evil with good. In other words, don't do tit for tat. A lot of people do tit for tat. I don't believe in that either. In other words, if hey, it don't matter with me. I just live and let it go. It doesn't matter. But I'm gonna say it like this here. Nobody is responsible for keeping you happy. That's not my responsibility. You're not responsible for keeping me happy. And I'm not responsible for keeping you happy. That's just it. But my joy of the Lord is my strength. And it should be your strength as well. Let us seek the joy of the Lord. And we won't worry about all this little trivial stuff. I feel that, that's just middleman take on things, people. That's simply that. Matter of fact, I was sitting here thinking about some things and things of the past. And I just let it go. And I try to remember, I try to remember what Christ said. Christ said, live. And he said he came to give us life and more abundantly. But I can't live an abundant life worrying about all the foolishness that a lot of people carrying on around you. You cannot worry about that. You just only can pray for those that they will see the light and come to the realization that they know that they need Christ in their life. People, you are unhappy. All of us, we are unhappy because we are trying to fill a void in our lives that only God can fit. That's basically it. And so I don't know who I'm talking to tonight, but I'm saying, if you're trying to fill that void that's in your heart with other things, money, sex, drugs, alcohol, whatever you want, you're never going to fulfill it. Only God can fill that. And I know you're going to have a lot of atheists, going to have a lot to say about that. I'm not worried about that, but believe me, that place in us is built in, it's burnt in our soul. Only God can fit it. And you're never going to be fully satisfied until God fills that spot in your heart, which only He will fit. Nothing else will fit it. So with that being said, this is me, the man, saying, I'm just hoping everybody, if you go out to the house of prayer tomorrow, you hear from God and not man only. And remember, you cannot make grown people do anything. That's what I'm talking to our leaders. You cannot make grown people do anything. The only thing you can do is act in. Me as a leader of the choir, I'm a praise team member, I'm a keyboard player and whatnot. I try to teach the choir. But you know what? Even that sometimes gets to be a very hard job. Because people don't want to listen. They don't want to do. They don't want to take what you have to say. Now somebody else said they'll take it. But because they don't want to listen to what you are not come from the right side of the track, you don't supposed to know what you're talking about. You got to go through all that. But guess what? Through Christ, you can do it. You just do what you're supposed to do, cut the deck and go home. This is middleman. So whatever you get or get into, God's not in it. Best you come out of it. This is middleman saying peace. Good night.